Good morning, everyone. I'm Todd Rufo, Director of Economic and Workforce Development for the City of San Francisco. We are here today to announce the findings of a new report detailing the impact of the Healthy Retail SF program, which is designed to support and strengthen small businesses and improve access to healthy foods in our communities that need it the most. We are here at Palou Market, and I want to thank our host, HealthySE, for hosting us and this event today. In addition to Mayor Lee, we're also joined by Tomas Aragon from the Department of Public Health, a key partner on this program, as well as Maya Rogers, a community member and a key local partner on this program. And we'll also be joined shortly by Supervisor Eric Marr, who was co-sponsor of the Healthy Retail SF legislation a couple of years back. He was joined in co-sponsoring that legislation with Supervisor Malia Cohen, who's the supervisor for this district, District 10, who unfortunately wasn't able to be here today. Now, I wanted to take a quick minute to talk a little bit about some of the findings of the report before I hand it off to the mayor. The Healthy Retail SF report was a joint venture between the Office of Economic and Workforce Development and the Department of Public Health, and I want to highlight a couple of key findings. The report found that through this pilot program, more than 20 stores saw an increase in sales by more than 25%. This totals more than $5,000 for each store, and that's real in terms of total sales. That's real value, that's real impact for these businesses that have taken this effort to increase the amount of healthy food being sold in their locations. That is also increasing access to healthy food. More than 1,600 units of produce are being sold now at individual stores, and in total, communities have access to more than 11,000 units of produce. And one of the things that I think is most important, I think the mayor would agree, is that instead of signs promoting alcohol and tobacco, there now are signs promoting healthy produce and access to fresh food. And so I want to take this moment to introduce and hand it over to Mayor Lee, who is a champion for small businesses and has, based on my recollection and knowledge, has done more and invested more in our neighborhoods and small businesses than any mayor that I know of. So with that, Mayor Lee.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Bayview. You know, the Bayview has been a good area for us to invest in all over the city. And we know for many years the residents that lived in and around this Bayview area had felt isolated from the city. And as we started the investments with the 3rd Street Light Rail, we realized that we really had a gem to help awaken this neighborhood and other neighborhoods in the city with transportation, with housing, with investing in small businesses. And today, we're in one of those small businesses. And while the report is titled Healthy Corner Stores, technically while this is not a corner store, this is still a corner store in Bayview, because Bayview, along with the Tenderloin and along with Outer Mission, are dotted with many stores that, because there's a lack of larger grocery stores, become the only place where people can buy their groceries. And over a period of time, Ali, who's the owner of this store, and many other store owners, they felt, you know, well, the market seems to indicate you got to sell chips, liquor, candy, and that has become really the staple of a lot of these smaller stores. And a couple of years ago, the supervisors and our office teamed up to say that these so-called food deserts could really get some help and introduce them to more healthier foods for the entire neighborhood. And that conversation took place with our health department. Tomas is here today, representing Barbara Garcia and the entire health department. I want to say thank you for working together with our Office of Economic Development and our small business commissioners and all of our folks that are helping invest in neighborhoods to really make this ordinance that Supervisor Cohen and Supervisor Marr put together about how to bring more healthier foods to our neighborhoods. You can't just say it should happen, or you can't just criticize people for not happening it. You've got to actually make it happen. And the way we've made it happen is through investment. You take a store like this and you start talking with the owner and just, what can we do to help you? Is it things like refrigeration? Is it maybe new shelving? Is it your point of sale systems? Is it marketing and education? Is it the visibility of these things? And with Ali's help, he used to say, he had, and he just told me that when you come into the store, it used to be the first things you see were chips and candy. That doesn't represent the healthy part of what we want to sell people. And so removing that, you can still sell it. You can put it in other parts of the store. But how about fruits, vegetables, and the things that you really want people to buy right up in front as soon as you walk in? That's good marketing. That's smart. That represents what Ali wants to do, because what this report says, if you do these kinds of things and if we work together with our small businesses, the increase in the actual sales for these small grocery stores will increase on average by 25%. That's incredible, 25%. For small stores like this, that means an additional $5,000 a month. So it's smart, it's economically sustainable, it's healthier, and it builds, as the report says, healthier communities. The people in Bayview deserve better services. They should get it. They should get it at the grocery store. They should get it with government services. They should get it in transportation, because it should never be any different than any part of San Francisco. And this is what we're trying to do by investing in the neighborhoods, investing in the entire corridor. So the report substantiates that maybe on average a $20,000 investment in these stores, and we've done about average of that in about 9 stores across the city, will have a return of an additional 25% increase in the units of sale for all things, but in particular, vegetables, fresh fruits, the things that really allow people to be healthier. I'm excited about this because my wife has been on my case with the chip, bags that she sees once in a while, the soda cans once in a while, that she wants me to be healthier. And obviously, we have some longevity challenges that all of us face. Because, that's why, I'm joining Malia Cohen on things like the sugar tax, because we have to have people, we want people to be more healthy. We have to devise ways to do it. I'm glad that this report is out. I'm glad that there's a partnership. Ali is one of 9 now, but I think we have many more partnerships to really create and establish what we want to do. And I know that the businesses will feel the support that they have from the community. There'll be kids walking in, smiling with their parents, saying, hey, let's get something at our grocery store. Let's not send the kids down just for chips and soda and ice cream. We've got more healthier foods to represent here. And I'm proud of the program, and I'm glad we're bringing it into the so-called food deserts. But we're on a roll. Duck Loy opened up not too long ago, and we were there. It's a great grocery store with a lot of vegetables and fruit, and at a really good, affordable price for this entire neighborhood. I think we're going to effectuate a whole revolution of foods and the way people eat, the way they treat their own health. And again, and I see Supervisor Eric Meyer here. Thank you for introducing this and making sure, working with our offices, that we make sure we actually implement it in a way in which it will be sustainable and really set the standards for future stores all over our city to really have a good, healthy array of products for the residents to benefit from. So congratulations, Ali. Thank you to you, to the store owners, to all the stores along 3rd Street that are paying attention to this. And in addition to the actual things that you sell, we're helping with facades. The sidewalk looks much cleaner this morning. I see DPW trucks. Have you seen them this many times, Amaya? Yeah. They're even into the spirit. Anyway, thank you everybody for collaborating and coordinating.
Thank you, Mayor. As the Mayor mentioned, this legislation was sponsored by Supervisor Eric Marr, who's joined us today. Supervisor Marr.
Thank you so much to Ali and the businesses that are making our communities healthier. I wanted to say that reports are important in documenting best practices, but it doesn't capture the spirit SIFA and the Food Guardians, the Bayview Hunters Point communities struggling for healthier communities, changing from a culture of fast food, of alcohol, of cigarettes and junk food to a culture of healthy communities where small businesses are the key partners and the backbone of making a culture of health in our communities. I wanted to thank especially the coalitions, not just from the Bayview, but also the Tenderloin Healthy Corner Store Coalition. So Jessica Estrada and others that come into the programs really bring that sense of justice from our lowest income neighborhoods. And now with the OMI and other neighborhoods, I feel like one of the babies that the food justice movement has given birth to, and my office, especially Nick Pagalatos, who's supported for over 2 years the work on the advisory committee put together by Christina Gota, but Susanna Hennessy-Lavery and the great Department of Public Health staff have been incredible to work with as well. I wanted to also just acknowledge that our food justice coalitions are critical in ensuring that we expand to not only 9 or 10 stores, but we double and triple and quadruple that. I think the funding that my office and other offices advocated for to double the budget this coming year, we have to work out some wrinkles, but my hope is that we're looking at ways to expand this beyond only $120,000, for example. I also wanted to acknowledge that the 75 healthy retail reps are important, but it's the hundreds of food justice leaders that come from our communities that are the most important part of how HealthyRetailSF moves forward the vision that came out of the grassroots organizing for this. Lastly, it's the families, the seniors, the children, and it's the others that come from our neighborhoods that benefit from a culture of health and shifting towards that. So it's not only the transformation of corner stores to healthier stores and great partners with our communities, but it's lifting up out of poverty many of the leaders that are here waiting to just lead our communities to a culture of health. I wanted to thank my co-authors or co-sponsors, Malia Cohen and Jane Kim, for their bravery for the Bayview to the Tenderloin to other neighborhoods standing up for healthy communities. Also, as we developed our Healthy Food Retailer Incentives Program, it's really blossomed, but it didn't start here. From West Oakland to Brooklyn to other neighborhoods, they've been developing the model as well. So I know as San Francisco claims credit for a lot of things, it's really the grassroots, and it's also united in solidarity with other impacted neighborhoods. I had to drive all the way from Ocean Beach, where I live, in the top northwest of the city, to the southeast, but it's beautiful, and it's great to see the flowering and the rising up of our neighborhoods from our small business leaders like Miriam Zazunis, who was also on the advisory committee on the Arab American grocers, to African American and Latino communities standing up for healthier communities. So thanks to Mayor Lee and many others for this amazing report, but it really captures the spirit of our movements. Lastly, I'll take a moment to say that the passage of Proposition B, the sugary beverage tax, is critical. It will help fund so many important programs in our city so that we can expand not only HealthyRetailSF, but many other programs to lift our communities out of poverty and to fight for a culture of health in all of our communities. Thank you to Todd Rufo and OEWD, Jorge Rivas, and the Department of Public Health for their leadership, but especially the grassroots leaders from all of our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Marr. As I mentioned, this was a partnership between the Office of Economic and Workforce Development and the Department of Public Health with a shared belief that we could improve and support small businesses and promote healthier communities. I want to invite up Tomas Aragon from the Department of Public Health.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Tomas Aragon. I'm the health officer of the city, and I run the public health division for the health department. I want to start off by telling you I grew up in the Mission District, and I grew up next to a corner store. And one day, the people who ran the corner store were 2 Chinese immigrants. I went one day and I asked them how long they've been in the store, because I was a kid, and they had been running the store for more than 30 years. And I asked them, how come you're here every single day? They were there 7 days a week for 30 years. They said because they love the community. They never took one day of vacation. That's how committed they were to the community. For me, that had a really lasting impression on me as a child, seeing somebody who's committed to the community. And I just want to say thank you, because what you're doing here impacts the whole community. The little kids that come in here, they're going to see this fresh food, and so you're impacting their lives. And so you're having an impact that goes way beyond what you're doing here today. So thank you so much. One thing I want to do is just give you a really quick message from a public health perspective. There's 3 things I want you to remember. I want you to remember 3, 4, and 50. 3, there's 3 core behaviors that lead to 50% of deaths in public health. And so we worry about poor diet, that's 1. Physical activity is the other one. And then access to alcohol and tobacco, that's the 3rd. So that goes with those 3. Those 3 things lead to 4 categories of diseases. 1 is cancer, cardiovascular diseases, diseases of the heart, hypertension, etc. Diabetes, and we know with the epidemic of diabetes in children, and the last one is pulmonary disease. So 3 behaviors lead to those 4 conditions that result in 50% of the deaths that we see across the United States. So what you're doing here today is having a big impact in public health. It's people like you that really help to protect and promote health. And so it's really about making the healthy choice the easy choice. And that's what Ali is doing, is making the healthy choice the easy choice. Health is so important because health makes everything possible. Thank you again, Ali. Great job.
Thank you, Tomas. You know, small business owners are some of the most courageous people that I know. They take risks, they work tirelessly for their businesses, and they make investments in the future and support their communities. I want to invite up HealthySE to speak to that now. Thank you.
First of all, I would love to thank everyone made this happen. It was really great job what we have done here, and I'm grateful, you know, for the opportunity to participate in Healthy Retailer San Francisco. This program has provided important and excellent support to my business operation as well as to the community by providing healthy food to the residents of Bayview and our community. And thank you very much for everybody coming here. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, for coming here today. And I commend you on this program that is part of your city. Thank you very much, everybody.
Healthy Retail SF is a partnership between small business owners, residents, the city, and also community stakeholders on the ground. I want to invite up Maya Rogers from the Bayview Fuel Zone next.
Growing up here, you know, corner stores are a staple to this community. And so in focusing on helping them both be better businesses as well as provide an important service to the community, excuse me, is one of the biggest things about this program that I feel like should not go away. I really look forward to this programming expanding and creating an opportunity for more businesses like Ali to both improve their facades and the appearance of their business as well as the products that they serve. Thank you.
All right.
Now, before we have the mayor and others tour the store and I think make a few healthy purchases, I did want to take a moment to thank and acknowledge a number of key folks, notably Jorge Rivas, who's the project manager from OEWD, Joaquin Torres, who leads Invest in Neighborhoods, Angel Cardoz, who leads the Small Business Development Center, and Thomas Lee from OEWD. Also, Susanna Hennessy-Lavery and Jessica Estrada from Department of Public Health. The Tenderloin Healthy Corner Store Food Coalition and Bayview Heal Zone, Gabriel Asap, the consultant for the Small Business Development Center, Larry Brucia from the Wholesale Produce Market, as well as all the members of the Healthy Retail SF Advisory Committee. So with that, I want to thank you all for being here today, and I think everyone in attendance is required to buy some healthy food now from Blue Market. So thank you so much for being here.
All right.